Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how I make some country style ribs with honey barbecue. So let's start with our rub. Let's get 2 teaspoonfuls of dark chili powder, 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. I'm using flakes, but you can use powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, and 1 of black pepper. Also 1 teaspoon of salt. I also like to add a sprinkle of cumin, just a little bit, not too much. And then we're going to add a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. All right, so then mix the rub ingredients thoroughly and just set them aside so we get our pork ready for marinade. After washing your pork, we're going to start by adding a little lemon juice to enhance the flavor, followed by a drizzle of oil. Then I'm going to add a couple squirts of yellow mustard to help bind the rub to the meat. And just a quick fact, guys, I just want to let you know that country style ribs aren't actually ribs like baby back ribs or even spare ribs. They're actually cut from the loin, and they have a more meatier profile and tender texture, but they're cheap, and they're cheaper than the other spare ribs or even the baby back ribs you can get. So just to let you know. So I did apply the rub mixture in a few batches just to ensure that the meat is evenly coated. Make sure all the pieces are nicely coated, and then let this sit overnight or at least 2 hours. Once marinated, we're going to grab the ribs and make sure that everything is nicely coated, and we're going to go ahead and place them on a sheet tray. I like to get a little fancy, and I went ahead and added a little bit of this apple beer at the bottom of the pan. This is optional, but it adds a nice touch. And now we're ready to cover and cook. Make sure that oven was preheated to 300 degrees, and we're going to cook this for about 2 hours. After 2 hours, we're going to go ahead and uncover this. Look at this. This is nice and tender. Smells delicious. We're going to go ahead and drain off the juices right now. Once we drain the juices, we're going to drizzle some oil on top, and we're going to make sure that oven is increased to 450. We're going to cook these for 10 minutes to crisp up the exterior. So while that's cooking, I'm going to heat up our honey barbecue sauce. You can use any barbecue sauce, your own, whatever. We need about 2 cups, and then we're going to add about 1/2 cup of honey. You can adjust this for the sweetness or stickiness to your liking. You don't even have to use honey. You can use brown sugar. I also like to add a heaping teaspoon of black pepper. My family, we love black pepper, so that's our favorite heat. We also do like cayenne, and you can use any other preferred method. You're going to mix this up and literally just wait till it reaches boiling point. Once it's boiling, you're going to turn it off, and the sauce is ready. Once the ribs have crisped for 10 minutes, you're going to take them out and brush some of your honey barbecue sauce on top and cook for another 10 minutes. Then we're going to take that out, and we're going to carefully flip the meat. It's super tender, so be careful. And we're going to sauce the other side. And we're going to cook those for another 10 minutes. I just want to take a quick second to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting me, liking and sharing my videos. I've been a little shy posting videos, and I finally got the courage to. So if you want to continue seeing more, just follow. I'm in various platforms, but I just want to take a quick break and say thanks. I do see it all. Finally, once we remove the ribs, we're going to let them cool down for about 10 minutes before serving. Here's a little close-up of the rib, nice and tender. This was so good, you guys. There was barely any left over. Here's a little close-up of our quote-unquote riblet. All right, guys, let's plate. All right, so I have made some garlic mashed potatoes, and I also made some oven-roasted glazed carrots. I don't know, I was in the mood of salty sweet. All right, we're going to go ahead and place 2 little riblets here. Look at that. That is so good. If you want to add a little extra sauce, go ahead. I'm going to put that on the plate. Let's clean up our plate. It was a little saucy there. Sprinkle a little bit of fresh herbs just to give it a little finishing touch. And there you go. These are my country style ribs with honey barbecue sauce. Enjoy.